Good afternoon, everyone. Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. So we just want to, I can see some 8 of you are there. 8 also, no, 2 of us are 5, 6 of you are only there. Just wait for a couple of minutes. If they join, we will start, right?
Sure, ma'am.
রমজান আসলে কি বলা যাবে ক্লাস করবো ওরা মনে করেন যে আমার কাছে ইমেল কথা বলবো আচ্ছা এই মাঝে মধ্যে ক্লাস নাই আমি স্যার ভিডিও অন ছিল না আপলোড দেখা যাবে তো
Yeah, it's already 4:36. Still, people have not joined. So, chalo, we will start. See, today's topic is like how you can actually neutralize your accent. See, because you all are not the, or like for that matter, I'm also not the native speaker, right? So when we are not native speaker of English, our countries have different languages, right? We have our own different languages in which we speak. So the accent neutralization is needed, but not to the great extent. As long as you are able to communicate your information, whatever you are trying to tell, or to the other person, till then it is fine, because obviously since it's not our first language, it's not our native language, our native accent will definitely be there. If I talk about somebody from India only, if you talk about somebody from Kerala, when they speak, they also have that accent in their language. Similarly, somebody is from North India, they'll also have some accent of that particular state in the way they pronounce certain words. Similarly, you all also are from different countries, so you all have definitely some accent of your particular nation also. But we have to try to see it in this way, that when we speak, our language is like somebody who is listening to us, with whomever we are communicating, the person should be able to understand what we are speaking. And see, I'm not asking you to eliminate your accent, right? But you have to reduce the effect of your accent. Obviously, I do understand it's actually not possible to completely neutralize your accent. See, if you talk about me, I talk fluently in English, but some of them, if I suddenly start talking with somebody from the native English speaker, he might find that certain things are not pronounced properly. So he might find that I have an accent, right? Maybe an Indian accent, you can say to that. But then, as long as I'm able to communicate my point, till then it is fine. right? So you have to, we know it is not possible to completely eliminate the accent, but yes, try to neutralize your accent, reduce the thing. Now, there are certain things which you have to do that. Slow down when you pronounce your words. Whenever you're pronouncing something, try to reduce the speed with which you talk. There are certain times what happens is we have so much of information in our mind that we just rush through it. We rush like a super fast train, and we start talking without even realizing that whether the speed with which I am speaking, whether the other person is able to follow what I am speaking or not, right? So the first point is reduce your speed. Talk slowly. Take your time to convey your information. There is no hurry. Nobody is asking you to rush through your information. The other person is ready to listen to your information, whatever you are speaking. So speak slowly. Don't rush through. When you rush, you eat off some of the sound, certain words, and like no, you murmur within yourself. That way, the person will not understand. And don't ever speak like a robot. Speak like a human being. Your emotions should be expressed by the way you speak. Your eyes, your face, everything should be able to convey what you're trying to speak. Okay? So the first point is we are trying to reduce. You'll try to pronounce slowly. Secondly, listen to an audio book while reading a book. So you can take a book, right? The audio of that book you listen. So for that matter, I would suggest if you have some TOEFL books or IELTS books are available, right? So you have the printout of that book. At the end, you will have the printout of that audio, and then you listen. So you will know which word they pronounce how actually in the native English speakers, how they pronounce. You're understanding what I'm trying to say? You
Yes,
keep
ma'am.
a book open, right, where the text is written. The same text you listen somebody is pronouncing. So there are a lot of audio books are available. Along with those books, we get the text also. On net, you can get it. Otherwise, I can suggest you if you have some IELTS book, IELTS book, or TOEFL book. In TOEFL and IELTS, you have the listening section. There in that book, in the end, you have the text of that audio, as well as the audio is also there. So keep that text open and listen to the audio. That way your listening skills will improve, plus you will know how a particular word is pronounced. The another thing I'll say, watch English movies. When you watch English movies with the subtitles, written in English only. So you see, obviously, when we watch movies or some series, we get interested in that, right? So at that time, your interest level will also be there. And then when you're watching that movie, down that whatever the person is speaking, that is written also. You try to read and then see how a particular word is pronounced by that particular speaker. Clear? Watch the news channels like BBC or something like that. No, there the English news is there. If you have option of listening to news channels, English news channels with the subtitles, listen to them, read the subtitles. Okay? Are you following what I'm trying to tell you, people?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, ma'am.
Obviously,
Yes.
ma'am. Going, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
Right.
very good.
Madam,
Right now, when
Yes.
you are reading, see, all this you are doing to improve your speech. So what you can do is you can take up any book, any paragraph, right, any newspaper of English, right, newspaper, news article, or a story in English, any text in the English is there. You have to read it out loud. And in your phone nowadays, you have that recording option. So you record that voice and then you listen yourself to what extent when you spoke you hear to your own voice and see how exactly it sounds. when you listen to your own voice? Are you able to understand each and every word? Are you able to communicate the information properly or not? Share that recording with your friends, right? Take the feedback from them. Take it positively. If your friend says this particular part you have not pronounced properly, take the feedback in a positive thing, right? Don't take it, oh my god, he is telling me so and so, right? Take it the feedback with the positive thing. You can record your speech and share it with your tutor also, so that your tutor can listen and tell you that, okay, fine, here the part here you have to improve on your pronunciation. This part you're not pronouncing it properly, right? Your friends, you give them the permission to correct your pronunciation, right? If you wish, you can, as it is you are attending my classes here also, when you speak anything, I will definitely try to tell you, okay, fine, this is what you're not pronouncing it properly. But it is not one day game. Overnight you cannot improve your pronunciation. You have to work hard. See, pronunciation related class, accent neutralization class is only one, right? But this practice should go on for many days, no, for months together. You have to practice, then only you will improve. Ek din mein to nahi hota hai. One day you cannot improve. Overnight, Rome is not built in overnight, right? It took years together. And you have to stay positive. Maybe there are times where will come where the person will say, nahi, I'm not able to understand a word what you're speaking. Your accent is very bad. You have total accent of your country. I can clearly make out, I cannot really understand what you're trying to say, right? The person might say. So that time you will not get disheartened. It's just the language. There's no rocket science over here. It's just that you have to put in little bit efforts. You're already doing that effort. You're attending the language classes, you're attending the aptitude classes, we are teaching you reading, we are teaching you writing, grammar. Every day you have a communication skill classes where Jolly ma'am is taking your classes. I obviously take only one day, but she takes 5 days or 4 days your classes, right? Monday to Saturday, every day you have the communication skills classes where obviously you get chance to speak, isn't it? Yeah, so you get
Yes,
so
it
much
is.
of things. Yes. So obviously when you are attending these classes, you can speak up and your trainer can definitely tell you, okay, fine, this is what you're not pronouncing it properly. That's for that reason only we are here with you. Yes.
Yes, yes.
So you should
Yes,
stay
ma'am.
positive and persistent. Keep improving your English. Keep improving your English. Keep learning the grammar rules. Keep learning spellings. Keep learning how to pronounce a particular word, right? And that is what is going to help you. So the most important tip, 5 tips if I say, learn to listen. Listen to people who speak in English. Observe how they speak. Observe their lip movement, how they roll their tongues and all. And then you can speak similarly the way they speak. Mimic the way. Try to speak the same way how a particular speaker whom you like is speaking. Record yourself, right? Make somebody listen to your recording. Get the feedback from them. Practice with the instructor. Keep improving your English. Keep improving, right? That is how you can neutralize your accent. So now each one of you, I think today only 12 of you are there. 12 may say be one to step only is there. So only 10 students are there. So what you can do is individually, each one of you will read one paragraph and I will listen. We all will listen and we'll see how exactly you are speaking. You can speak something of your own choice. So who will start? Everybody has to speak.
So
You have
last
to
day,
read from the particular topic.
last day
You
we
have the
were
topic with
supposed
you,
to.
that is fine. But 5
Last
minutes
day we
each
was.
one will speak. Huh?
Last day we were supposed to read about child marriage, but because I didn't attend the English class. It was my first day, so I didn't know. But I prepared it for today, if I can read it.
Hmm.
I'm
Speak.
ready.
Speak.
Okay, I just gotta get the paper.
All of you be ready with one script. You can
This is
check it
okay.
in your phone or your internet, and you have to read it 5 minutes. And we all will listen to you. And wherever it is necessary, I will correct you. Nobel, you were not there in yesterday's aptitude class.
Ma'am, I was ill.
Huh?
I was ill. Sickness.
Okay, you were sick.
Ma'am, I'm ready.
Yeah, speak.
I speak about study tour. Study tour is a very important in student life. Knowledge gathered from a book source only is not enough to quench our thirst for knowledge. Bookish knowledge is limited, and for this question of study tours arises often. Experimental knowledge that can be termed as experience is tying needing a wide range to discern the aim, purpose, function, and effect of education. Shape of education mingled with sufficient experience is most efficacious in various aspects of life. Study tour plays a role for a mentor in receiving chance and education. Considering left and right, many educational institutions in Bangladesh are putting emphasis on study tour. Lots of students of these institutions go on such tour every year. Study tour mainly helps us to widen our knowledge about geography, history, and culture of another people. Study tour at the same time is a traveling and receiving education related to practical knowledge. Knowledge gathered from a study tour is longer lasting than bookish knowledge. The proverb seeing is believing has been proved perfect by some practical activities like study tour. There is no alternative to study tour in a field of achieving ocular and impressive knowledge. That's all, ma'am.
Okay, good. You can improve a lot. Keep reading, keep listening to people. Next, Adib will speak.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Adib. Today I'm going to talk about child marriage. I'm going to talk about child marriage. What's child marriage? Why it's happening? Where it happens? How to end it? And the law and child marriage perspective. So first, child marriage is a global issue. It's followed by gender inequality, poverty, social norms, and insecurity. And it has devastating consequences all over the world. Why it happens? Child marriage is rooted in gender inequality and the belief that girls and women are inferior to boys and men. It's made worse to provide lack of education, harmful social norms and practices, and inclusivity. It drives vary between communities, and it looks different across the world. Where it happens, child marriage is a truly global problem. It happens across countries, cultures, religions, and in family. But it mostly happened in Ethiopia, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, and India. How it is. Child marriage looks different from one community to the next. There is no single solution, actor, or sector to end it. We must all work together. Solution must be local, consensual, and integrity. The Girls Not Brides theory of change shows the range of communication of approaches needed and the role everyone has to play. The law and child marriage perspective. Child marriage or marriage without the free and full consent of both spouse and human rights violation. Progressive legal frameworks are on one element of the comprehensive response needed to successfully address child marriage, as reflected within the Girls Not Brides theory of change. And last and not least, from my perspective and from my opinion, I see child marriage is a problem that happens around the world that we all can stop by stepping together. And thank you.
Okay, good. Next. Next, who will speak?
My name is Mohammed
Shaheen. Who is speaking? Speak, please. Keep your video also on while speaking.
Mohammed Shahin.
Yes, who is speaking? Azim Hussain can speak. Arwa, Max Salma, Parinita, Adma, who will speak? Somebody has to speak. Only these two will speak. Mean what is the point of communication skills classes? Parinita, you speak. Yes, Parinita. Who is speaking? Parinita left. Okay, Max can speak.
Hello, ma.
Speak.
I would like to speak concerning church government in relation to the church. The word government comes from the word govern. To govern means to direct the public affairs of a city or a group of people of an origin.
Okay, Max, you stop. Let that child stop crying. Then you speak because we can't understand what you're speaking. So who will speak now? Parinita, I told you to speak. Read anything. Azim Hussein is stammering is a problem. Doesn't matter. It's okay. Even if you're stammering, you speak.
No, madam. Shall I read some motivations?
Yes, you read. Doesn't matter. Read. Keep your video on and then read.
Okay, madam.
Read it.
No, with the kind we employed when we came up with them. Learn as if you will live forever. I like you will die tomorrow. From those people who try to disparage your ambitions. Small minds will always do that, but the great mind will give if you are feeling that you can become great too. That's all, madam.
Okay,
I
who
can't
else
speak
will
here,
speak
madam.
now?
Sorry, madam.
Parinita. Good, very good. You tried at least. Coverage issue. What is the coverage issue for you? Speak, try speaking, doesn't matter. Shaheen. Shaheen can speak. Shaheen. Shaheen, Azim Hussain. Arwa. Okay, none of them are speaking. Both of you only speak. Adib and Nobel, let you only learn. Yeah, Adib, you can talk about one more topic and after that Nobel will speak.
Okay, I will just go get it.
Yeah.
Hello.
I will just go get the topic that I want to speak about.
Yes. Even Nobel, if you are ready, you start.
Okay, ma'am, I'm ready.
Bolo.
I talk about street hawker.
Speak.
A street hawker is a beautiful figure who sells goods wandering in the streets. The life of a street hawker is very strange. He carries on his business with a small capital. He generally sells imitation goods, ribbon, lace, knick-knack, utensils, earthen goods made by potters and the like. Sometimes he sells sweetmeats. Clothings are also found from him. Some hawkers keep a flute with them to attract the housewives living adjacent to street and the townlet. Some without flute raises a cry and tune from his mouth to attract the notice of his customers. A street hawker at times settle down on the city or town footpath as well. In the case, they are often evicted by the government. Being compelled, they are wander with their insufficient goods from door to door of cities. Like a street beggar, a street hawker is also very sagacious and allotropic. He usually remains waiting to take the chance of the absence of the housemasters to sell the goods to the housewives. He mainly goes to the he mainly goes to at the time where housemaster is absent of his house. All days are not same for a street hawker. He sometimes gains a very low profit, then he shows a gloomy appearance, thinking the waiting mouths of his family behind. On the other side, his face becomes a smile when he gets a good profit by hawking. However, the pecuniary condition of the street hawkers of our country is not satisfying even in the last. Most families of them are heavily burdened with a number of members who often fight maintained disease lying in the own out slums. Tragic fate of a street hawker therefore should have an ending, and then government should fix a permanent place for the street hawkers. That's all, ma'am.
Adib, ready now?
Just a second.
It's a sci-fi. A silent days beautiful. It's a really sweet to remember the days of silence. I'm grown on my days aren't equally happy. So I remember my golden childhood to feel happy. I was the youngest son of parents. So all the members of family loved me very much. So they gave me everything. They took a great care of me. Ma'am, can I further talk? Okay. Now this time I talk about the rivers of Bangladesh. Bangladesh is a land of rivers. No other country in the world has as many rivers as Bangladesh. Her rivers originate from Himalayas and fall into the Bay of Bengal. They are full of rainy season and they are almost dry in summer. There are two kinds of rivers in our country. They are the big rivers and the small rivers. The big rivers are the Meghna, the Fatma, the Jamuna, the Brahmaputra, the Buriganga, the Karnafuli, etc. And the small rivers are the Mudumoti, the Gomoti, etc. Besides them, there are many beautiful rivers in Bangladesh. There the Keshurma, Shitalaksha, the Tetulia, and the Mahananda, etc. Some rivers are also great source of energy. They have been used to produce power. The hydroelectric project like that, the Karnafuli can solve the power problem in Bangladesh. Our rivers are a great source of wealth. They supply a large bank of fish. They supply a large bag of fish. Fish is our main item of food after rice. The fishermen of our country catch fish from the rivers. The rivers are the heart of our agriculture. Rivers play an important role in our economy. Bangladesh is an agricultural country, and her agriculture mainly depends on these rivers. Our rivers carry silt with their water. This silt increases the fertility. This silt increases the fertility of our lands. So, jute, paddy, wheat, and other available crops grew in plenty. Our rivers are the main way of communication. Steamers, launches, and boats ply in the rivers all the year round and carry passengers and goods. The rivers and the bank of Bangladesh are a great source of beauty. The beauty and the natural scenery of the surrounding area give a great relief to the troubled hearts. The big and the small rivers flowing throughout the country have to also make Bangladesh rich, beautiful, and happy. Our life is influenced by them in many ways. Most of the rural songs like Bateli and Zari are associated with the people living on the bank of the rivers. People living on the banks derive immense benefit from the rivers. Much of our joy and sorrows depend on rivers. Our rivers are usually calm in the morning of winter, but they look violent and fearful in summer. In these times, they grew wild and sweep up large areas. Our economy mainly depends on the rivers. Without the rivers, Bangladesh can't be developed. They are the gift of God for our country. They are the life of this country. They are also source of our prosperity and happiness. If there are no rivers in Bangladesh, Bangladesh would become a desert. So we should make the proper use of each and every river as an asset. Thank you, ma'am.
Very good. Adib?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. I would like to speak now.
I will talk about volunteering. Volunteering gives you an opportunity to change people's lives, including your own. It gives you the satisfaction of playing a role in someone else's life, helping people who may not be able to help themselves. Volunteering is a way of giving back to your own community while developing important skills of social and gaining valuable work experiences all at the same time. But how can I get a job if all they want is experience? You ask. That's where volunteering come in. If you are looking for work, volunteering is a good way to gain experiences and references for your course of life. many people work unpaid in order to gain experiences in very competitive fields such as television. But some people may not describe them as volunteers. Well, then, what exactly is volunteering? Many would describe it as an unpaid job, which involves spending time doing something that aims to benefit others. In that case, volunteering at an animal hospital, for instance, would be a great opportunity. We have all seen the stories on TV about animals in need. This is where you take charge of your life and contribute a little of your time and energy into helping others. You're bound to get more out of it than you put in. There is so many beneficial ways of getting involved and giving back to your community. Not only is volunteering rewarding experiences, but it helps teenagers rehabilitation by giving up a few hours of your day to clean up the local community park. You may bring a lifetime of happiness in some child's life, or provide shelter and warmth to a family who lives in the streets by volunteering to build up a house for them. Why not spend a little time helping others? Because in the end, what gives to people come back. Volunteering is not actively, but it's good way to meet people, learn, and develop social skills by helping, supporting others, and that is volunteering.
Good. Now, next, who will speak? Others, anybody ready? Alma, you are ready to speak?
Yes, ma'am.
If you are ready now, the child is not crying, speak.
I was just only close to her. So I just took permission to leave the arena so that I will be part of the class. I would like to speak on the family, my understanding about the family. The family is the smallest social group. It is a group of related people. The simplest family is a husband, a wife, and a child. It gets bigger when they have more children. The family is also the most important social group. Good families make a good society. Children learn how to behave well in a good family. In a good family, children learn to respect adults and do what they are told. All members of the family work together and care for each other. The parents might work outside of the home to earn money for the family. They will also have work inside the home. For example, cleaning, cooking, washing clothes. The children also have their jobs. They help their parents. They also go to school and do their homework. Thank you.
Yes. Next, who will speak? Arwa, Arif Hussain, Adma. Okay, now Noble can speak again.
Okay, ma'am.
I do. Can I speak?
Speak.
Ma'am, now I'm
I
talking
will talk
about
about Makkah.
teaching profession.
Speak.
Teaching
Go, Nabil.
profession. Okay, thank you, Adib.
Let
Teachers-
Noble speak, then Adib will speak.
Okay. Teaching is as a profession. Teachers are the maker of a nation. They are the mentor or safeguard for the commoners grouping of realm of darkness due to illiteracy. That is why teaching is a noble profession. No doubt, after receiving a necessary education, one can accept teaching a profession. Teachers are the torch barrier for a nation lagging behind. They are the philosopher, leader, statements, and above all, forerunner of a nation. A teacher always says what should be and what may be. What is good in his all-time smiling lip and heartiest words. He is in favor of good to country and countrymen. A teacher is a patient figure or image of a society. He is living stars of gravity and honesty. He is a simple looking person, but the talent latent in him is ever growing. A teacher is a teaching image too in a competition of man-making campaign. That the ideal teachers of our Bangladesh is ill-paid. Ill-paid and ill-paid is a heartbreaking matter of showrooms. Robust position of teaching as a noble profession is the burning question of the day. Thank you, ma'am. Adib, you can proceed, please.
Okay, it's not a problem. Mecca. I will talk about Mecca. Mecca is a holy place of Muslims in Saudi Arabia, where it's believed that the Prophet Muhammad lived and taught more than 1,300 years ago. Mecca is the holiest city in Islam. Mecca had become an important place in the history by the time when Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, was born in about 517 AD. Mecca, the holy place, has fallen with yearly ebb and follow of problems as a result of growing Muslim community. The economy status of the city greatly depends on the large number of pilgrims visiting every year and their accommodation, feeding, transportation. Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, was born in Mecca and was descended with the Holy Quran. And since then, the organization for Islam was launched. And the heart of the city is the Holy Mosque, in the center of which is the Holy Kaaba. Is located the Maqam of the Prophet Ibrahim, his son Ismail stone, may God bless them. Zamzam well in which water has been pouring from hands of yours. And Safa and Marwa, where Muslims make say. There are other holy journey of Mina, Muzdalifa, and Arafat near Mecca. Arafat is located at the Muna Arafat, where pilgrims perform the main religion of Hajj. As the day of Arafat, Hajj is scheduled according to the lunar calendar and so moves 11 days earlier each year on the Gregorian calendar. Due to seasonal variation over time, the Hajj occurs at different times each year. It becomes difficult in summer as the temperatures in Saudi Arabia are very high. Unlike other Saudi Arabian cities, Mecca returns its warm temperature in winter, which can range from 17 Celsius at midnight to 25 Celsius in the afternoon. Summer temperature are considered very hot and make the afternoon dropping to 13 Celsius, 86 Fahrenheit. In the evening, rain usually falls in Mecca in small amounts between November and January. Tourism at Mecca. Mecca, the holy city of Saudi Arabia, is believed to be in the center of Islamic world. The journey to Mecca as the Hajj is popular to the Muslims all over the world, but the Mecca travel is forbidden for non-Muslims. There are billions of people coming to Mecca for Hajj from all over the world. The Hajj in Mecca is the largest pilgrim in the world. The Mecca city is Saudi Arabia of antiquity called Mecca. It's similar to the pronunciation of the Arabic word than does the English translation called Mecca. Non-Muslims are not permitted to enter the premises of Mecca. Saudi Arabia at any time of the year due to the fact that the Mecca travel and Hajj are only indicated for Muslims. It has happened in the past that several non-Muslims have entered Mecca. The pilgrims are quite harsh, including deportation and jail time. Tourism in Mecca involves some advanced planning. There is special visa required by every Muslim who wishes to make the pilgrim to Mecca. There is a valid visa required to enter the Hajj grounds in case of Saudi citizens. Permissions is necessary. The foreign pilgrims instead to perform Hajj applies for a visa performing. Information are undergoing some medical examination. The visa is guaranteed by Saudi government by approval of Hajj management in Saudi Arabia. Each pilgrim has assigned to a group of Hajj management called Muezzin. Once their visa is guaranteed, Muezzin is responsible for their Hajj. In addition, a letter from the local mosque stating that the person is Muslim is also required. Women who are under 45 years of age must travel with a male or muhram, considering being the head of the family. Their other hand, there should be a prophet of their relationship. On the other hand, women over 45 years of age must carry a permission letter from her husband or her father along with the proof, her being a part of Makkah tourism group. The visa to travel Makkah does not permit to travel outside of Makkah. And if anyone wants to travel other cities, they must apply for additional visa. That's it.
Okay, now who will speak?
I will speak, ma.
Yeah, Alma, speak, please.
All right, I will speak about language. A language is a structured system of communication. Languages are the primary means of communication of humans and can be conveyed through speech, spoken language, sign, or writing. The structure of language is its grammar, and the free components are its vocabulary. Many languages, including the most widely spoken ones, have writing systems that enable sounds or signs to be recorded for later reactivation. Human language is unique among the known system of animal communication in that it is not dependent on a single mode of transmission. Sight, sound, etc. is highly variable between cultures and across time and affords a much wider range of expression than other systems. Human languages have the properties of productivity and displacement and rely on social convention and learning. Estimates of the number of human languages in the world vary between 5,000 and 7,000. Precise estimates depend on an arbitrary distinction, dichotomy being established between languages and dialects. Natural languages are spoken, signed, or both. However, any language can be encoded into secondary media using auditory, visual, or tactile stimuli. For example, writing, whistling, signing, or braille. In other words, human language is modality independent, but written or signed language is the way to inscribe or encode the natural human speech or gestures. Depending on philosophical perspectives regarding the definition of language and meaning, when used as a general concept, language may refer to the cognitive ability to learn and use systems of complex communication, or to describe the set of rules that makes up these systems, or the set of utterances that can be produced from those rules. All languages rely on the process of semiosis to relate signs to particular meanings. Oral, manual, and tactile languages contain a phonological system that governs how symbols are used to form sequences known as words of morphemes, and a syntactic system that governs how words and morphemes are combined to form phrases and utterances. The scientific study of language is called linguistics. Critical examinations of languages, such as philosophy of language, the relationships between language and thought, etc., such as how words represent experience, have been debated at least since Gorgias and Plato in ancient Greek civilization. Thinkers such as Rousseau in 1712 to 1778 have debated that language originated from emotions, while others like Kant, 1724 to 1804, have held that languages originated from rational and logical thought. 20th century philosophers such as Whittingers, 1888 to 1951, argue that philosophy is really the study of language itself. Major figures in contemporary linguistics of these times include Ferdinand de Saussure and Noam Chomsky. Language is thought to have gradually diverged from earlier primate communication systems when early hominins acquired the ability to form a theory of mind and shared intentionality. The development is sometimes thought to have coincided with an increase in brain volume, and many linguists see the structures of language as having evolved to serve specific communicative and social functions. Language is processed in many different locations in the human brain, but especially in Broca's and Wernicke's areas. Humans acquire language through social interaction in early childhood, and children generally speak fluently by approximately 3 years old. Language and culture are codependent. Therefore, in addition to its strictly communicative uses, language has social uses such as signifying group identity, social stratification, as well as use for social grooming and entertainment. Languages evolve and diversify over time, and the history of their evolution can be reconstructed by comparing modern languages to determine which traits their ancestral languages must have had in order for the later developmental stages to occur. A group of languages that descend from a common ancestor is known as a language family. In contrast, A language that has been demonstrated to not have any living or non-living relationship with another language is called a language isolate. There are also many unclassified languages whose relationships have not been established, and spurious languages may have not existed at all. Academic consensus holds that between 50% and 90% of languages spoken at the beginning of the 21st century will probably have become extinct by the year 2100. Thank you.
Okay, now who will speak? Adib?
I can speak.
No, I am.
No, madam, shall I
Okay, okay,
speak
let
again?
Noble speak. Speak, Noble.
Right now, I talked about Valentine's Day. Ma'am, it's
So,
hashtag
so,
paragraph.
so you are in love.
No, just greeting. Okay. Don't take it serious. I am a single man forever.
But you won't be for a long time.
Valentine's Day. Every year, 14th February is celebrated as Valentine's Day all over the world. Flowers and gifts are exchanged on this day between lovers. All in the name of Saint Valentine. The day has a long tradition that dates back to the both Christian and Roman eras. Many stories about the origin of Saint Valentine exist as myths. The tradition of young men and women expressing their love for each other makes the day so special. On this day, couples be seen going around hand in hand in the street in many countries of the world. An estimate 1 billion greeting cards are sent out each every year on Valentine's Day. Shops make special concessions and offer discounts on purchases during the period. Special food items are prepared at restaurants to give a special touch to the occasions. Celebration of Valentine's Day reminds everyone, especially the young lovers, of the importance of love as a sublime force that makes life worth living. That's all. But I have no girlfriend. I am not in love. I am single.
Don't worry, you will get one.
Yes. Thank you.
Madam, shall I
You're wishing to.
speak now,
Go, Azim.
please? Hello?
Yeah, speak.
Madam, friendship is one of the treasure that anyone can possess. God gave us the right to choose friends because they will be with us forever. Our parents and siblings are loving us as they are open bloods. But a friend is someone who is initially a stranger. Then they take their place in the life above all the relations. Friendship is nothing but true and you love without expectation in return. True friends always support each other if when during the hard others of times. A true friend is one who feels happy for success. On the other hand, who feel gloomy for failures. True friends may criticize also, so that we may come out of weakness. Thank you.
Great. Good try. Good try. Thank you.
Good. That's
Ma'am,
the spirit.
No,
ma'am,
no, that's it.
Okay.
Can I
Ma'am,
go?
now I
Can
Yeah,
I
am.
go?
start.
Can I
Who
go?
is speaking?
Well-developed communication skills are vital to a child's academic success. At all levels of education, students must be able to communicate effectively. Without well-developed communication skills, children run the risk of falling behind their peers or becoming emotionally overwhelmed or withdrawn at school. Academic success depends on solid communication skills, beginning with clear oral communication. Students are often called upon in class to answer questions. These questions may range from those with simple factual answers to questions that involve putting thoughts together and making arguments. Answers to questions need to be communicated effectively so teachers can assess a student's knowledge. Students with oral challenges may also become embarrassed if they are unable to communicate on par with their peers. If a student stutters or mumbles, they may become fearful of speaking up in class, and this in turn can lead to lowered grades and diminished self-esteem. A second aspect of oral language communication is pragmatic and social language used in daily interactions with others. This includes what is said, how it's said, and non-verbal communication, such as eye contact, facial expressions, and body language. We navigate our world and our social relationships through language. Understanding how to communicate effectively with peers sets the stage for positive self-esteem. Students feel empowered when they can talk the talk in their social lives. Effective use of oral communication also allows students to advocate for themselves. They must be able to articulate when and how their academic needs are not being met. A student who can effectively ask questions and get help from a teacher will often be more successful than students who remain silent, even when they are unsure of what is being asked of them. In addition to oral communication, a child must also develop the ability to communicate effectively with the written world. As students progress through the school years, they are expected to present more of their work in written form. They need to know how to clearly write arguments, summarize hypotheses, and be able to synthesize complex ideas and concepts. Thoughts and ideas need to be expressed clearly with effective use of tone and language for the intended audience. Composing a compelling essay is dramatically different than writing a text to a friend. While it is easier, more effective, and less costly to treat speech and language disorders early, in the toddler years, it is never too late to get treatment. If a parent has concerns about their child's ability to communicate, they should seek an evaluation by a speech and language pathologist. With the support of a speech therapist and an educational therapist, students who struggle with the academic aspects of language can become stronger students and learn the communication skills they need to be successful in school and in life. Thank you. That's my submission.
Okay,
I'm ready.
next who
Can I
will
go?
speak?
I'm ready.
Somebody has messaged me. One second, what they have messaged. Somebody wanted to speak. This is welcome. Next, me, who has spoken? That he spoke,
I am.
no? Azi, he has spoken. Azim.
Yes, I'm speaking.
Okay.
So Nabil, since you talk about Valentine, I will talk about friendship.
And speak.
Okay. Friendship is one of the greatest bond anyway anyone can ever wish for. Lucky are those who have friends they can trust. Friendship is devoted relation between two individuals. They both feel human care and love for each other. Usually, a friendship is shared by two people who have similar interests and feelings. You meet many you meet many along the way of life, but only some stay with you forever. Those are your real friends who say who stay by your side through thick and thin. Friendship is the most beautiful gift you can present to anyone. It's one which stays with a person forever. True friendship. A person is acquainted with many persons in their life. However, the closest one become our friends. You may have a large friend circle in school, college, but you know you can only count on one of or two of them. People with whom you share true friendship. There are essentially two types of friendship. One is good friendship, and the other are true friends or best friends. They are the ones with whom we have special bond of love and affection. In order, in other ways, having a true friend make our lives easier and full of happiness. Most importantly, true friendship stands for a relation free of any judgments. In a true friendship, a person can be themselves completely without the fear of being judged. It makes you feel loved and accepted. This kind of freedom is what every human strives to have in their lives. In short, true friendship is what gives us reason to stay strong in life. Having loving family and all, it's okay. But you also need true friendship to be completely happy. Some people don't have familiars, but they have friendship and friends who are like their family only. Those we see having true friends means a lot to everyone. Importance of friendship. Friendship is important in life because it teaches us a great deal about life. We learn so many lessons from friendship we won't be find anywhere else. You learn to love someone other than you or your family. You you know how to be yourself in front of friends. Friendship never leaves us in bad times. You can learn how to understand people and trust others. Your real friends will always motivate you and cheer you for you. They will take you on the right path and save you from any evil. Similarly, friendship also teach you a lot about loyalty. It helps us to become loyal and get loyalty in return. There is no greater feeling in the world than having friends who is loyal to you. Moreover, moreover, friendships makes us strong. It tests us and help us grow. Friendship For instance, we see how we fight with our friends, yet come back together after setting aside our difference. This is what makes us strong and teach us practicing.
Very good.
Therefore, there there is no doubt that best friends help us in our difficulties and bad times of life. They always try to save us in our dangers, as always, as well offer timely advice. True friends are likely the best assist of your own life because they share our sorrow, soothe our pain, and make us feel happy. Thank you. That's all.
Adib, I have a question.
What is it?
What types of friendship do you maintain in your life? Through
Can you
friendship,
repeat? Your voice is
type
cutting.
of friendship do you maintain in your life? Through friendship or a friendship
friendship.
that is only for needs. You
True,
understand?
true friendship
You
that I
understand?
maintained in my life. I can hear you, but your voice is cutting. Can you repeat again? I want to understand the whole question.
Okay.
No, I can understand you, but your voice is cutting, lagging.
Don't understand.
I understand you, but your voice is not clear.
Oh, okay. I tell again. Which
Okay.
type of friendship? Which
Yeah.
type of friendship
Yes,
do
yes,
you maintain? Do you maintain in your life?
yes.
Through friendship
Which?
or the friendship only for needs?
Okay. Which? Maybe the kind that for me, friendship is not by the time friendship by knowing the person. If I know him well, I don't have to stay in a friendship like for a long time to be his friend or make it true, you know. So the kind that I will remain in my life, which is the person that understand me, like I understand him and he understand me as same as I do.
Oh, I also believe in a true friendship, but now today's world, there is no true friendship. All are fake.
So
All relations are fake.
so it's not true. If it is true, you will be
I am the victim. I am
with
the
him.
victim. I am the victim.
Yes, I know. You was thinking that it's true, yeah, but it's done now, yeah.
Oh, okay. Ma'am, can I proceed further?
So if it's true,
Speak.
Okay. Now I'm going to talk a place which is my dream place. I want to be visited once in my life. Taj Mahal. That Taj
inshallah, you
Mahal.
will.
Oh. Taj Mahal is one of the 7 wonders of the medieval age. It's a mausoleum of two historic figures, Emperor Shah Jahan and his beloved Mumtaz. Over 300 years ago, Shah Jahan built the Taj Mahal as a tomb for his beloved wife in Agra. It's a living mark of love for the world people of all ages. As a tomb for his always stands forth. So, architecturally, it's still one of the most beautiful buildings. The building is made of the fine white marble with inlays of colored marble. With 8 sides of many open arcs, it rests on a terrace of red sandstone. 4 slender white towers rise from the corner of terrace. Around the large dome above the center of the building, there are 4 smaller domes. Just inside the outer walls, there is an open corridor from which visitors can look through a carved marble screen into a central room. Shahjahan and Mumtaz lie in 2 graves below this room. The Taj of the Taj Mahal can be seen in its reflection in the pool water. Now it has been a great attraction for the tourist of home and abroad. Moonlit nights suits the best to enjoy the authentic appearance and beauty of the Taj. In fact, the world is divided according to the genius into 2 parts. Those who have visited the Taj Mahal and those who have not. That's all.
I see.
Fine. We'll continue in the next class.
Ma'am, do you visited Taj Mahal ever? So sad, ma'am. You are Indian, but you don't see the Indian's symbol. How it possible, ma'am?
No time. I could not get a chance.
Even from childhood to given year, get not time.
No, I never visited that. Okay,
No,
fine.
no problem, ma'am. However, we will India that you with us, we all of going to visit the Taj Mahal.
Okay. Okay,
I
fine.
wish
Bye.
to.
Okay. Who
Bye,
wanted
thank
to
you.
visit? Knock me.
Thank you.
I